Alright, Schlockmeister fans, this is America. It's called JABBERWalk. Let's check it out. Look at that, it's the Institute of Oral Love.
Of course, there's sometimes the irreverent.
First part of this film shows stuff about cars, including cars with toilet paper.
The automobile has also created some incredible new entertainments, such as the youngest driver in the race, crashed into the stands.
Continuing with the car theme. And more crashes.
Next, a crew member running to help was killed by a truck racing to the accident. And so it went.
I can't show you any of this, the All Bear America 1975 contest.
To be introduced, then followed by brief obligatory personal statements. Why do you want to be Miss All Bear America? Quick feel and proposition at every opportunity.
Not to be chauvinistic, we have male strippers too, but they don't get naked like the women did.
And all that really has endured to this day are the whorehouses. Hidden in the vast deserts of the West and at lonely crossroads, they go by names such as Judy's, Sherry's, Mustang, and Cottontail. There are Roman baths, where the tired, aging businessman can once again play like a college boy. Only audiences.
Some shots of some adult theaters, and look what's playing. Anita the Swedish Nymphet. I've reviewed that movie.
Are graphic proof of the variety of hardcore subject matter. In fact, the porno industry has become so important that now, once a year, it even has its own equivalent of the Academy Award.
And just for fun, we see how hot dogs are made.
The real purpose, though, served by the hot dog, is to sell parts of animals that could not be sold otherwise, such as goat meat, pig's ears, eyes, snouts, stomachs, udders, bladders, esophagi, etc. Added to which are other little ingredients like seasonings, preservatives.
They try to get a chubby woman not to eat bad food anymore.
That's it. Go on. What's the matter?
I got a shock.
Pick it up. Come on, you like hamburgers. You told me that.
Yeah, I love hamburgers.
Pick it up and eat it.
That's a good-looking hamburger, man.
Sure is.
Take a big bite. Take a nice big bite. I'm going to let you take a bite this time.
Really?
Sure, absolutely. It's going to be a shocking bite, but I'm...
Fredericks of Hollywood.
And here in Los Angeles, along Hollywood Boulevard, is the national headquarters of that famous American institution, FREDERICK'S of Hollywood, which for some 30 years has helped the American woman and housewife strive for the seductive look of stockings. In fact, so much artifice and foam rubber are used for the FREDERICK'S look that it's often difficult to know where the sexy lady ends and the foam rubber begins.
Guy gets his penis tattooed.
All America should have his heart tattooed, and that every young man and boy child in the United States.
Can't show it to you though. They have a segment on bodybuilding, and this is Gold's Gym in California, and if you look closely, Mr. Arnold Schwarzenegger. There's also some professional wrestling, and if somebody can tell me who this guy with the word sugar on his butt is, I'd be curious to know. Also curious to know who his opponent is. Now, I don't know this lady, but the other lady, her opponent, is the fabulous Moolah.
Style matches will often transport the crowds into an incredible and barely controlled frenzy. The action really gets
And there's some mud wrestling as well.
Stage their free-for-all.
Golden Gate Bridge.
As a springboard to oblivion, the bridge is easy, quick, and devastatingly certain, with a splashdown at nearly 80 miles an hour. Hundreds are known to have jumped.
This is the day that God has
A church
made.
where you can stay in your car.
Let us rejoice and be glad in it. And God has given to you who are in your cars this morning a beautiful overcast, so that you are worshiping in cool comfort. Why don't you share the thanks for that with somebody sitting near you with a smile or a wave?
And here we have a pint-sized preacher.
That same God, that same truth, that same God of today is here tonight.
And we have a touch of Satanism as well.
Ego vos benedictio, in nomine Magni Dei nostri Satanas. Ave Patria.
Perhaps the Polaroid memory of this brief moment may not look quite so stark and impersonal.
A Vegas wedding chapel. And a segment on honeymooners.
What we're concerned about is the size and style of bath they'll have. And so, each night in the Poconos, in hundreds of sunken and heart-shaped tubs, this generation finds the stimulus and turn-on to reconsummate their relationship.
Listen to this.
All the honeymooners now receive an almost compulsory half-hour of daily instruction in the handling of small arms and automatic weapons, to prepare them for their upcoming life in urban or suburban America.
Yeah, right. Polygamists.
The women are usually pleasantly obliging, well knowing that should they displease their husband, he has numerous other wives to turn to. Several new industries have sprung up. This, for instance, is one of several highly successful dildo factories, where a ceaseless supply of the finest rubber organs is manufactured.
Someone has to do it.
We have, it's a brand new item, is one of the biggest conversational pieces that we're selling. And when I say big, you can see it is very big, it's a monster. But it's very effective. You'd be surprised how many people do like these things, because, like I say, people are always looking for something novel, and this is definitely a large novel.
Prepare yourself.
And what passionate lady could possibly deny herself the playful, permanently erect accessories of the AccuJack?
Old people want to get laid too.
And in many neighborhoods like this, pimps have opened senior citizen brothels.
Oh, yes.
To older men.
Many neighborhoods.
The men appear to relish the arrangements, as with their perhaps at times faltering sexual ability, they feel more comfortable with older prostitutes. Spring mattress in a solid quality casket, the departed holds the perfect audience as relatives, colleagues, and even friends from out of town come by for a moment of automotive mourning.
And then what?
Going on to the house, perhaps, for a little whiskey and some southern fried chicken.
Cryogenics.
Preserve the body indefinitely. Instantly, the body is iced, drained of all blood, and perfused with chemicals. Then, as quickly as possible, it is transferred to a 10-foot thermos-like capsule.
All right. This movie called Jabberwock, also known as This Is America, a documentary that came out in 1977, I believe. How did I find out about this movie? I think I saw an ad for this at the end of some other tape that I rented and copied back in the late 80s, maybe even early 90s. I don't know. I never saw this movie anywhere. It wasn't available in any video stores around my area anyway. But on a whim, probably about 1996 or so, I decided to try to find this movie. At the time, I was trying to find a lot of pre-recorded tapes, VHS tapes that I needed newer copies of that I'd taped off on a beta tape or something off a cable or whatever. And I remember I ordered like On the Right Track was one of them. And I found this place in Pennsylvania that sold used videotapes. And sure shit, they had Jabberwock. Just on a whim, I asked them, and sure enough, they had it. So I'm glad I did. I got it. It was brand new. It was like in a clamshell box. I still have it. And it's a pretty rare tape, actually. So, in fact, if you look on eBay right now, there's one copy, and somebody's trying to sell it for $500. Ridiculous. There is one copy, I think, on Amazon right now. I'll leave a link down below, and that even says $149. So it's insane. I don't know if it's worth that much, but it is an interesting little thing. The documentary, as you saw, it just shows various weird things about life in America. Like I said, the alternate title is This is America. And it shows like massage parlors, sex toy factories where they make dildos. There's a Miss Bear USA contest. There's some crashes, like at the Indy 500 crashes. There's drive-through churches. There's a drive-through funeral. There's all kinds of weird stuff. There's a guy getting his penis tattooed. Everybody should have their cock tattooed. That's the one thing that really stuck out to me more than anything else. There was also a quick shot there of Arnold Schwarzenegger in the gym there before he was really famous, although I think he had done a couple of things, but he wasn't the Arnold that we know and love today. So anyway, that's pretty much it. It's like an hour and 43 minutes or so, and it's a fairly interesting documentary. There's a group called the Dictators who actually sang like the opening theme on this, which is actually kind of cool. And they even show some wrestling matches, FREDERICK'S of Hollywood, just all kinds of weird stuff. Obviously, there is some nudity in this as well. The only wrestler I recognized was the Fabulous Moolah. I wish I knew who some of the guys were. If you can tell me, I'd be curious. Because I was a big wrestling fan back in the day. So, but anyway, that's pretty much it. Like I said, this movie is not available on DVD. It's only available on VHS. And like I said, it's pretty scarce, so you're going to pay a lot if you want to grab it. I made a DVD-R out of the VHS tape that I have at home, so glad I have this and have saved it forever now on a disc. So anyway, check it out if you've seen this. There also is a sequel, like This is America 2, I think it's called. I don't know if it's a true sequel or not, but that's out there. I've never seen that. Don't know if that's even attainable in any way, shape, or form. But anyway, this one is, if you can find it. So check it out. Leave some comments down below. Let me know what you think about it. It's called Jabberwock. Watch it. Bye.